What is up, y'all? It's your girl Brand New, and I'm back in the building. And this time I'm back with, this is not a review of any sort. I just wanted to briefly talk about co-parenting. I've been on Facebook lately, and I've been seeing different people complaining about the person that they have to co-parent with. And I myself have had some experiences with co-parenting that were very negative. And I just wanted to briefly discuss this because this is something that really needs to be discussed. Co-parenting, I feel, will never be easy, and I feel like it will always go wrong because you always have that one person that is so worried about what their ex is doing, how much money the ex is spending on the children. Oh, you're not spending enough money. You should do this. There is a lot of, well, you should do this and you don't do this and this is like this. And a lot of the complaining, have you ever noticed, it comes from the parent that does the least, that doesn't even have the child in the household with them. Oh, this should be like this. This should be like this. These people, they don't pay no rent, no electric, no gas, no. And this is some people, Some people, they don't even have bills, but they will down your parenting. You should have spent this money. Well, why does his clothes, have this stuff on them? Where are you buying the clothes at? If they do pay child support, they're complaining about how the fucking money is spent. You guys don't know how I feel about child support, but this is what the fuck I'm about to say about it right now. When it comes to child support, and if you are a man, or a woman paying it, it's whatever. I don't feel like you have the right to tell the person that is taking care of your child how the child support money should be spent. A lot of times you're not even getting the child on the weekends. That person has to pay somebody, a daycare or a neighbor or a family member, to watch your child. So they got to take money from the child support to watch your child that you made. I've seen a lot of people try to say, oh, well, you chose to be a single mother, and I shouldn't have to do that. You have a lot of men out here that are narcissistic and they are selfish as fuck. They really think that the mother is supposed to do every fucking thing for the child. And a lot of the times, this is why they take that child support money and they go out drinking, getting their hair and their nails done. And they can really do that because, yes, they should be taking care of the child. I'm assuming they have a job and the child support money is, extra money. But you got to assume that person already done paid the bills. So what's with them? You have a lot of men out here, well, she shouldn't be using the child support to get her nails done and her hair done and to go out, that all of that should go to the child. So you expect her to pay all the bills, rent, lights, gas, water. You expect her to do all that. Then when the child support money comes, she needs to constantly be buying clothes and shoes and stuff for the child. What is she ever supposed to do for herself? When is she, and you may say, well, you need to get another job. And who's going to watch your children? See, this is that shit I be talking about. You got so many people that's so selfish and bitter. And what it is, you guys, with the co-parenting, a lot of times there's so much issues with co-parenting is because you have one of the parents is extremely bitter. A lot of times it was the parent that was left behind. So if you broke up with somebody, you may notice that they are acting bitter with you. They act as if you owe them your life and your words, and you need to always speak with them. Honey, you don't know like I know about going through that. When you got to go through that with somebody, it is absolutely ridiculous. I personally choose not to deal with that because I don't owe nobody shit. We had a baby, we had sex. I did not want your sorry ass, and it's over. That's how I look at things. Didn't want you, next. Get over it. You got so many men that feel so rejected. She didn't want me, and now I'm gonna get in the way, and I don't want my family to see the child or anybody because that woman did not want me, and now I gotta go to work and I gotta pay for a child that the mother doesn't. They don't even care about the child. A lot of these people, you guys, they do not care shit about the child. It is all about the parent, how the parent did not want them. They need to punish the parent. So if you got other family members trying to get the child, they will show up, throw a tantrum, be a ghetto ass trick, and yell and scream and fuss and fight, all because they were rejected. Nobody wanted their ass. Nobody of any quality. A lot of times that person has moved on, and if you notice that their mate is not even that attractive. So it's kind of like they've moved on, but they don't really feel like the person is as good as you, so they still go raise hell. So I think when it comes to co-parenting, if you are co-parenting with someone, strongly pay attention to are they focused on the child? Because 9 times out of 10, they're not focused on the child. They are focused on you, what you're doing, who you're dating. What are you spending the child support money on? If they give you money and it's specifically for the child, well, here, this is her birthday. Can you go and get that outfit that she wants? That's different. And you choose to go get beer, cigarettes. That's fucked up because the parent specifically told you to do something. That's different. But at the same time, I feel like when it comes to child support, the person should be able to buy whatever they need to carry on and be the best parent that they need to be. I know a lot of people will disagree with that. Everything has to be about the child, but let's keep in mind, you cannot make your child happy until you are happy. Okay? You have to have a life outside your child. I've had so many people come at me in a very negative way, and they almost got their ass cussed out because I'm a very no-nonsense person. I've had so many people tell me, well, no, your whole life should be about your daughter, and you should be the type of parent that wants to be with your daughter all the time, and no, honey. We are all individuals before we are parents, and we have the right to pursue our goals. We have the right to go out with a friend, have some drinks, go to the movies, go to casino, go out of town, live your motherfucking life. You are not serving a life sentence because you are a parent. No, incorporate the things that you want to do. Don't get lost into being the perfect parent. And yes, be the best parent you can be, but don't sacrifice yourself. I'm going to tell you that. Don't do that. Always put yourself on the agenda right along with that child. If you got him in soccer, then you join a book club or something that you are interested in. You are responsible for your happiness. Because what I see a lot of people doing is they parent shame. Well, that parent, they always go out. They always go out of town. Meanwhile, they're working, they paying the bills. Come on, y'all. Y'all know that shit gets old after a while. You ain't got no fun in your life. Everything is about the child. And that parent that you are not with anymore, that's bitter, they want you to think that your life needs to be all about the child. Meanwhile, they go out and create more kids. They partying up a storm. They want your life to be hell while they get to do whatever the hell they want to do. So watch out for that parent that's always complaining about the new decisions that you're making in your life and the places you may want to go and do. And if they throwing hissy fits and tantrums and acting a fool, they're not co-parenting with you. They're parenting against you. Everything is a fight and an argument. I do not at all, you guys, believe that co-parenting has to be hard. Number one, you're broken up. Somebody along the way didn't want the other person. Okay, get over it. Too many people have a problem with rejection. Rejection is actually very normal. Get over it, move on. Only love people that love you. So let it go. The parent is not bad because they didn't want to be with you. You may have different personality traits that you have not cultivated within yourself. Nobody wants to be with a childish, narcissistic, stubborn ass person. You're not, people need to really wake up and realize you're not the greatest person. There are improvements that you can make that you probably didn't make, and that's why the person don't want to be with you. That is a big one, you guys, this rejection thing. I see it so much in our culture. Especially I notice in the black community I notice it's a lot of men. Don't get me wrong, there's some women there too. It's some women, but I've seen it with a lot of men. They're bitter that the woman did not want them, moved on with her life, tried to be the best parent that she could be. They tried to interrupt, be ghetto, act a fucking act like that ghetto ass bitch off that movie. You got men that act like that woman as well, and it's really sad and pathetic. While you're trying to spend your time fucking up somebody's life, you're always fucking up your life. So the grave that you're digging for somebody else, you gonna fall into that motherfucker. I am a very big believer in karma. Okay, what you try to do to me, it will come back 3 times on your ass. So I would watch that. But yeah, let's get over the rejection. Let's mind our fucking business. What a motherfucker do in a household has nothing to do with you. Oh, well, she's taking the kids and, doing something in Chicago they ain't got shit to do with you. She's adopting another child. Ain't got shit to do with you. If anything that is outside of your child that you had with that person ain't none of your motherfucking business. You are bitter. Let it go. I ain't got shit to do with you. I see so many people. Well, the other child that she has, that ain't got nothing to do with you. It's not your child. And people are going to do things differently than you. You may feel like it's fucked up. You don't like what they're doing, how they parent. As long as they're not like beating the child and, causing a mental disruption with the child's learning and being able to enjoy life, I would just mind my business. Trust me. You got to mind your business, have your own life focus. If you got another woman, if you got a woman or a man, don't focus on your ex and they man or they woman. Never do that. You don't need to talk about what they're doing. What they're doing doesn't have shit to do with you. You know how many people I've talked to and they are steady running telling me about what their ex is doing, what they new man. Well, they doing this. They about to go here. Why are you worried about them? Focus on your life. This is why you are not moving ahead. This is why people may not want you. Because your ass is over there. Nose is all in somebody else's business. Being nosy is not attractive. Focus on you. I would say be friendly with your ex. Treat them with respect. This is the father of your child. This is the mother of your child. Just be respectful. Keep words. If y'all don't get along, because there are some parents that can't get along at all, keep your words at a minimum. You dropping a boy off, let him walk up the stairs. You don't need to be in the house. You don't need to be talking with them all like that, her, him, whatever the situation. I would keep communication at a minimum. It's always smart to keep communication at a minimum. That way people are not saying, well, you said this, you did this. They looking to point the finger at you. So keep communication at a minimum. If you cannot get along with this person, you are parenting with this person. Y'all are not together. Y'all are not going to agree on everything. Whatever experiences you want your child to have, you need to plan. So if it's vacations, different sports activities, you need to plan and be able to pay for. Don't judge the other parent and, well, they not paying as much as I am. And see, that's going to keep you in a negative tug of war with your child's mother or father. It just is, when you're so worried about what they're spending their money on and what they don't have. And, you need to neutralize the situation. Look at all of what they're doing. Stop talking about what a motherfucker ain't doing. I know myself. I done went through it. But you ain't doing it. You ain't. And that main person that's sitting up here calculating what you ain't doing, they ain't doing shit but sitting up judging you. So don't be like that. Just be respectful about the whole situation. Neutralize the situation. We had sex. We had a baby. It didn't work out. I'm free to move on. You free to move on. That's how it should be. Not, I'm just so bitter you didn't want me. And people's self-esteem can be really low, and you don't really realize it until after you done broke up with the person. You see how bitter and ghetto, and this is not just women. It is very known that women go off and act a fool when they man move on. I have seen men act like this, and it's ridiculous. Move on with your life. That person didn't want you. No hard feelings. Move on. That's simple. It's just sad when you have people that can't move on and be happy for people and live their own life and constantly want to create all this hell and havoc. And guess who sees that? Guess who's affected? The child. And this is what I'm saying. Pay attention to who you co-parenting with. Because if they got to complain and got something to say about everything but the child, and even when it comes to the child, if his hair ain't the way you want it to be, go get a haircut. The mother got shoes on him that you wouldn't want him to wear. Go buy some new shoes. Don't throw hers away though. Another thing is, if you have a daughter with somebody and you got her hair done, don't the father and the girlfriend he's with now, don't go taking the child's hair down. Stop being petty and then thinking, well, why this person won't ever talk with me? Well, why we can't just be normal? Because you're not acting normal. There are so many people out here that just with what I said, they will take that child's hair down all out of spite. Not do the child's hair, all out of spite to get back at the other parent. You're making yourself look stupid. And the karma is going to come back on you. Trust. People be thinking they getting away with shit, but karma will come back on your ass. That same child that you kept trying to make it hard for your family to see, that same child that you never had time for, something will happen to where you can't even see the child no more. Okay? I've seen it happen. I've seen it literally with my own eyes go down. Be respectful, be positive, mind your business, let go of the bitterness. If you were broken up with, move on. Don't just get a new woman or man and then still be trying to argue with your ex, because this is it. When you're arguing with your ex, you're letting your ex know how important that they are, how all you care about is them. And I know you're saying, well, no. See, remember what I said. Anything that does not have nothing to do with the child is none of your concern. Stop arguing with people that don't want you. It's not going to make them want you. If you know a motherfucker don't like you, stop trying to talk to them. Parent the child and shut the fuck up. And I know y'all like, why is she cussing? And I'm cussing, I'm going in like this, you guys. A lot of people have had an issue with me and my cussing, but I cuss and I go off like that, you guys, because once you have lived this shit, you go really feel where I come from. Once you've seen this shit, not just in my situation, I've seen it with other friends' situations. I've seen shit play out on Facebook. You want to, I believe as black people, we could co-parent and it be positive. I really do feel like that. But you got to do all the things that I just said you got to do. You have to rise above. You're setting an example for your child, and you don't want to be the loser that's pointing the finger at the other parent and acting all bitter because you are rejected and they didn't want you and they moved on. And then men, stop doing this. Stop seeing that your ex has moved on with a woman and then you get to belittling and putting down the man that she's with, all of that, it points it back to you. It points it back to your low self-esteem, how you don't feel good about yourself. Stop worrying about that other man. Focus on yourself. When you focus on other people, it says so much more about you than it does them. It really does. Yes, we all have opinions about people. If you want to be shady, say your little comment to yourself, or, your little friend, y'all drinking and I get being human, but don't say it to them. Don't argue with your child's mother or father in front of the child. Don't do the physical violence, because guess what? All of that shit is going to come back to you. You're going to go to jail. You may end up dead, because guess what? Don't nobody want to keep being bothered with a motherfucker. What do we do with flies? They keep zzz. You get the little spray gun and you spray their ass until they're dead. People are crazy these days. They ain't gonna keep putting up with you being a bully and you acting like you hard. We got guns. They make noise. People may shoot. They may stab you. You want to leave people alone, because you never know what mind state they are in, is what I'm trying to say. So be positive, stay, mind your business, focus on what you're doing, and pay attention to the type of relationship you have with the other parent. Like I said, if you cannot talk, don't fucking talk. Literally just drop the child off, pick the child up. Don't go in the house, be making comments about the house. Oh, the dish rack is dirty. Oh, I went in there, the floor was dirt. You are not there for that child. You are there on a mission to put down your ex, to put down who they're with. Remember what I said. All your bitterness comes out when you are talking about anything other than the child. All right. That's all I have to say on that. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can share this video as well, and I will check you guys out next time.